Broadcasting from Park Avenue West, you're watching WMFD Television, Channel 68.1, Mansfield.
This program discusses sensitive mental health issues, including suicide. Viewer discretion is advised.
Maybe an hour after we got the message that we lost Danny, Danny's sister said to us, we were all crying, and she says, "What do we do? What do we tell people?" And I'm like, "Baby, we got to tell them the truth. This is nothing that can be hidden, because otherwise the suicide will win."
We're not mental health professionals. It's just something that happened to our family. We direct people other places. And most important of all, I think, don't quit. Keep fighting. Keep living. Things will get better.
Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Sparking the Conversation. We are Jeff and Donna Heck from 33 Forever, and we are so excited to be able to bring you another half-hour message surrounding mental health issues and topics and challenges. Our show's purpose and hope is to provide both information and inspiration, making conversations about mental health the norm.
Tonight we have two guests from the Mansfield Municipal Mental Health Court Program. Kim Romoser works as a mental health court probation supervisor. She's actually a probation supervisor in general, but she also helps individuals navigate the criminal justice system and guides them to treatment in the mental health area. Angie Lindseay has been with the Mansfield Municipal Court for 18 years. She's a graduate of The Ohio State University with a bachelor's in sociology and a master's in criminal justice, and Angie is the court's chief probation officer. We're so glad to have both of you with us tonight, ladies. Thanks for joining us here on Sparking the Conversation.
Thanks. Yes, we appreciate it tremendously, because this is an area that's it's getting well known. I mean, I remember you saying that.
Yes.
But it's truly an area that our community needs to hear a lot about.
So maybe you can just start with mental health court. That's a concept that I'm not sure everybody does understand. If you have reason to be involved in the justice system, you know about it, you've heard about it, but tell us, if you would, maybe Angie, start us off and tell us what is the mental health court or the mental health court docket?
So the mental health court specialized docket is geared primarily for those individuals that have a mental health diagnosis, and they've received some type of charge out in the community, and by a referral source or not, sometimes they're identified as maybe a potential participant for the mental health court.
So it's part of the Mansfield Municipal Court, and the Mansfield Municipal Court, you guys explained to us off air before we started today that there are actually 4 specialty dockets that the court handles, and I know they're all interrelated, so maybe you could
Kim.
help us with that, Kim.
Sure. We have a domestic violence court program. We have veterans court, mental health court, of course, and our treatment court program, which is primarily drug and alcohol.
Okay, I was thinking of this with the domestic violence court. Is it a court would be if you were you violated your partner or something like that, so they come into that court and you try to rehabilitate or teach them? Or?
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah. And I can speak on that. I actually did that program for 13 years.
Okay.
So it actually deals with how those participants are identified is through a violent offense against an intimate partner, and it doesn't matter the sex, it can be same sex or not. And so that is the qualifying, that's the minimal qualification, is that they have to have an intimate partner. Now it's actually transitioned more into a substance abuse treatment, domestic violence treatment court as well. So they typically have a violent offense as well as a substance of abuse diagnosis.
So, you talked about all 4 of those specialty dockets, and they all interrelate, don't they? They have a lot
overlap.
to do with each
Yes.
other, and they overlap. For someone in the mental health court docket, for example, you talked about identifying them. How would somebody who's found themselves a part of the criminal justice system here in the Mansfield area find themselves referred to your program?
You want to talk about that?
So I worked previously with Catalyst, and a lot of our people that are in mental health court, they come through. And I identify their names, like I have a history with them, and so I can put that referral in. But also we work with NAMI, Mary Kay is great about sending referrals over to us. We get referrals from law enforcement, family members,
Attorneys.
Okay.
a lot of people calling in. Once they are identified, I put a referral into the court so the judge knows, hey, we're looking at this person for a specialty docket program, maybe mental health court, and then he will ask for an assessment to be completed to see if that person meets the qualifications.
And who assesses them? Is it you, or is it a psychologist or psychiatrist?
Treatment providers.
Okay.
The local treatment providers that we work
Okay.
with. And our judges don't want to put people in a box, because that assessment is really going to tell us a little bit more about maybe a better placement for them. So they may come in and identify with someone that has a substance of abuse diagnosis, but maybe they have some mental health diagnosis that's more significant. And so in regards to that, their focus may be more in the mental health court, because that's where their primary diagnosis, they have a more severe diagnosis in the mental health.
I think maybe one of the things that the bottom line of all four of these dockets, and especially the mental health court docket and the substance docket, all those, is helping them. Treatment, right?
It is.
It's not punishment as much. I mean, they
Yes.
may have some consequences, of course, for some things they've done, but the idea is to help them get better from what's
Right.
ailing them, so they don't come back to your court.
Right, and it's about accountability too. So with all the specialty dockets, the participants are all held accountable, regardless of whether it's mental health, veterans, treatment, domestic violence. And that comes into play when you bring everyone to the table. So the judge is brought to the table, the treatment providers are brought to the table, everyone,
Yes.
probation is brought to the table, and we kind of have like a powwow. What can we do to assist this person?
And it's such an individual process for everybody. That's truly a wonderful, unique system. We're going to have to take a break right now, and then when we come back, we can talk more about the mental health court and procedures and some stories. We'll be back in shortly.
We are more than a counseling center.
More than just a medication or therapy session.
What do I like the most? It's gotta be the team.
Providing the highest standard of care, that's just what we do.
And equipping patients with coping skills to be successful. That's so important.
It's simple. We are just hopeful. We are hopeful for our patients.
We are hopeful that we can help them find their way to a better balanced and more resilient self.
We are Hope 419.
Visit us today at hope419.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Trollian, the Executive Director for the Richland County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board. Addiction to drugs and alcohol create a personal struggle as well as impact those around you. You are not alone. We have many professionals and organizations who care. Reach out for help today. Know it before you need it. Visit knowit, the letter B, the number 4, the letter U, needit.com.
Brought to you by the Richland County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, growing and preserving a legacy of hope and success within our community.
If you've been injured, whether personal injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you are not alone.
And you definitely don't have to fight alone. While you focus on recovery, let the HEC law offices focus on your case.
With over 45 years of combined legal experience, we understand your situation and the entire overwhelming legal process.
With an injury you're already handling too much, let our team be your advocate.
I'm Jeff Heck.
And I'm Jeff Stifler.
We're Mansfield's Injury Lawyers. Call us today or visit us at hecklawoffices.com.
Dan Lew Exchange presents Ring in the Square New Year's Eve celebration, Friday, December 31st. Enjoy 2 all-you-can-eat dinner buffets with a champagne toast, music, cash bars, party favors, and fireworks at midnight for only $100 per person. At 11:30, WMFD TV hosts a live ball drop on the square. Celebrate a new year filled with love, happiness, and cheer. Call DLX at 419-522-7699 for reservations today.
This program discusses sensitive mental health issues, including suicide. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. We're here with Kim Romoser and Angie Lindseay from the Mansfield Municipal Court, probation officers in the court. And you guys work with the mental health docket. and the veterans docket, the substance docket, treatment court, thank you. And then also the
domestic
violence docket.
Yes.
Okay, so if someone comes into the court system, they're picked up here in this area for maybe a serious misdemeanor offense. Tell us what's that process look like as it relates to the mental health court?
Okay. Well, Kim is not only our probation supervisor, she does all of our intake. So she essentially vets those people that are coming in and have the potential of going to a specialized docket. So I'll let her speak on that.
So if someone comes in through the court and they are not in custody, they will go to court and they will meet with the judge and be sentenced, and then they will be brought back to probation. And I will meet with them to have them sign conditions and talk to them about what the sentencing was, what the mental health court program is, or the treatment court program, and kind of like give them a brief overview of what they can expect in the program. And then I schedule them to have an assessment done, if they're not involved in treatment. Sometimes they already are. If someone is in custody, then they are given a bond, and if they cannot pay that bond, then they remain in custody. And if I am aware of that individual, then I will call over to the jail and talk to their medical department and say, I got this referral and this person's in jail, may have some mental health things going on. Could you please meet with them? Yeah.
Wow.
So once we get their assessment done, then I meet with them again and we review the recommendations that were given, if there was any recommendations at all. And I will talk to the judge and say, Judge, this person was recommended for these services and they meet the qualifications legally and clinically. And the judge will say, do they agree to participate? Yes, they do. And he will say, okay, go ahead and place them in that program.
So that would be something like Catalyst or a facility.
Right. We're so lucky because Catalyst and Family Life, they are so willing. They're willing to come in, give us however many days that we need or want to come in and do assessments on site for us.
So they'll actually come, for example, into the jail?
They come actually into the courthouse too.
Into the courthouse.
So they'll come into the probation department. They have a separate area where they'll go and they can actually complete an assessment, whether it's drug and alcohol, mental health, domestic violence.
Right.
They'll complete any of those assessments.
You were talking about your providers here locally, and you did mention a couple of them, but I think you'd mentioned at least one other here in town that you rely on very heavily, right?
UMADOP. Yeah.
UMADOP's the other one.
UMADOP.
And NAMI, you said NAMI does it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to make sure people understood as well is, again, this is the Mansfield Municipal Court, which typically, again, I'm a lawyer, so I sort of do know this, but typically the only thing you're dealing with in the Mansfield Municipal Court per se are misdemeanor offenses, right?
Correct. But we do have the potential for those other courts that are in the area that don't have a specialized docket, but they have someone that has identified that maybe they need a little bit more intensive probation and could benefit from one of our dockets. We will do a courtesy supervision as long as they meet some of the same criteria.
So not everyone in every city or county have a mental health court.
That is correct. That is correct. And a lot of the rules and regulations that are set by the Ohio Supreme Court, each court that has a specialized docket actually has to be certified through the Supreme Court.
Would that be your certification, the judges? Does it?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There are certain standards that, as a probation office, that we have to adhere to. As well as the judges, they are certified. The docket itself is certified.
So I know, for example, that the Richland County Common Police Court, the felony court across the street from your court, does drug court. It has a drug reentry court.
Yes.
They don't, though, as I understand it, have a specific mental health docket. So is that one of those courts that you might, if a need is shown or a request is made, where you might do that courtesy supervision?
Absolutely. We've been doing courtesy supervisions with them for years.
Yeah.
They'll call us and give us referrals and work with us intensely. They will also, if we are supervising them, they will still go and do home checks on them as well. And it works really great to have that connection with them to work together.
Yeah.
And helping somebody stay stable and do what they're supposed to do.
Speaking of that, and you said this, I think, Angie, in our first segment, you talked about this being post-conviction.
Yes.
And the way you're kind of describing it too, Kim, was you would get them after they've received a sentence, and that would include, I'm assuming, would include some element of probation.
Right.
Are there times where you get involved pre-conviction at all with it, or I know that's not where probation kicks in, but maybe you get a referral from somebody who's going through the process who hasn't yet been convicted, and that's part of helping the court make the best determination on what that should look like.
Right.
And oftentimes when that does happen, I mean, that direction is coming directly from the judge or magistrate, where they just kind of want, just a pre-trial supervision almost. It does occur, not as often, but it is possible, especially if we have someone that is in need of mental health treatment and maybe for whatever reason their charge was dismissed, but we find out that they're coming back through the court again, and so we can put that referral in again. We just keep trying.
I love that.
Yeah, we absolutely do. You guys are, I said it earlier, probation officers, and you're beautiful and incredible. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with Sparking the Conversation.
Want to super boost your immunity, supercharge your body, and feel super good all in minutes a day? Superfood fruits and vegetables are proven to support your immune system, help you stay healthy, and even live longer. And now you can double your daily servings of fruits and vegetables with Grown American Superfood. Certified USDA organic whole superfood nutrition with over 30 super healthy, super good organic fruits and vegetables packed into every Appalicious scoop.
Grown American Superfood found a quick and easy way for my family to get fruits and vegetables every day.
Just one scoop of Grown American Superfood in water, juice, your favorite milk or yogurt makes any food or drink a delicious, quick, healthy superfood in just seconds. Just shake it, blend it, mix it, and scoop it. To get over 30 organic super greens, vegetables, fruits, and sprouts. And no added sugars, fillers, GMOs, or gluten. Plus, it's only 25 calories per scoop. And so super good that people prefer the taste 3 times more than other superfood drinks.
Every time I open the package, I feel like I'm doing something good for myself and good for my family.
Grown American Superfood is super fresh, super delicious, super fast. And today, it's super free. That's right, free. Call or go to grownamerican.com right now and try Grown American Superfood for 2 whole weeks free. You only pay shipping and processing. And that's not all. Call in the next 5 minutes and you'll also get these 2 amazing gifts absolutely free. Our 2 weeks to super easy tips and recipes guide, plus this convenient shaker cup, perfect for families on the go after a workout or to keep in your car. That's a total $50 value, all free. But you must call or click right now. So supercharge your immunity, energy, vitality, and life with Grown American Superfood. Call or click now.
Welcome back. We're sitting here with 2 ladies, Angie and Kim, from the Mansfield Municipal Mental Health Court. And yesterday when we were talking, you told me that court is treatment-oriented, that your job is to keep the person out of jail and to get them into treatment.
Correct.
How does that work if they're not interested in helping themselves?
Or does it work?
Yes.
Makes it a little difficult. We try so often to get them into treatment, and we give them a lot of chances.
Okay.
The family members will call, and they'll be so frustrated because they've been dealing with this individual, their family member, their loved one for a long time. And they're tired and they're beat and they don't know what else to do, and they just want us to just fix them.
Mm-hmm.
They think that the court has all this power and we can just
Magical
fix,
wand.
Yeah, magical
Or make
wand
them do
and
it.
fix somebody or make them do it. But everybody has their own choice. And if they're not ready for the program, they're not going to do it. We can lead them to all the treatment. We can lay it out on a plate for them. But if they're not ready, they're not going to do it.
And I'm sure one of the things that you guys see is repeat. So people come into the system and they're not ready.
Right.
And then they come back and they reoffend and they're still not ready and they reoffend and they're not ready. At some point, I hope you have some good success
but
stories,
we keep
right?
trying because at some point they become ready.
Right.
You know? And so we always try to talk to them to see the benefit in being on probation and the wraparound services and resources that are available to them. And eventually we have a lot of people, they start the probation, they're kicking and screaming. 6 months into it, they're saying, you know what, this was the best decision I ever made.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's important. So if you were going to give a message from your perspective in your place in the judicial system about what do we have that we can hope for the future with some of this, first of all, I give you tremendous credit for you guys being a part of a solution as opposed to just punishment-based
Absolutely.
stuff. But what's your message of hope?
Well, we are with Judge All and Judge Artis, and this is their last term. And we are hoping that the new judges that come in will embrace the programs and continue to work with us and get the word out to the community that there is hope out there, and we'll be willing to help anybody to get there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And we just want the area community to know that these programs are available. And don't, feel any kind of way of reaching out to the court for help, because that's what we're here for.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great message for them to know, that for the public to know. They are here, you are here to help them, not to punish them or reprimand them.
Correct.
And we do have people that reach out to us even after they graduate from the program.
I think that's good.
That is
That may be the
wonderful.
best thing of all. Kim Romoser and Angie Lindseay, thank you for being with us tonight, telling us about the Mansfield Municipal Court programs, the specialty dockets, especially the mental health court and those other special dockets. We appreciate you being with us here and sparking the conversation tonight.
Thank you for having us.
You're
We'll
welcome.
be back in a couple of minutes with our memory moment.
Catalyst Life Services, a comprehensive behavioral health organization, has been serving the community for 70 years. Our wide array of wraparound services and our ability to treat the whole person is what sets us apart. It's everything you need in one place: mental health, crisis, detox and addiction services, case management, and peer recovery support. We even offer vocational programming to get you back to work. Catalyst Life Services. Call today and get the help you need.
All right, Sunday's way better. Oh, no, you can have this. I'm sorry.
Enjoy an order of large fries for free with a purchase of $1 or more, only on the app.
I wish I could go back in time.
But if love could have saved you, you would have lived forever.
If he only knew how many lives he had touched and how deeply his loss would be felt.
If only he had accepted help.
Maybe he would have stayed.
I am so glad someone reminded me that I'm worth it and will always be worth it.
I'm glad that I have people now that support what I want to do in my dream of helping other people.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Here, let me get this picture. That's good. One more, everybody look right here. That's good. Now we'll get on the count of three. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to our memory moment. And what you just saw is an event that happened a couple of weeks ago at Ohio State University. We had a room dedicated. It's called the Behavioral Health Immediate Care Clinic and 33 Forever Welcome Space. Yep. And it's in honor of Danny. And we just got to go there and present just a little bit, and they showed us the plaque and just a gorgeous area that is in memory of Danny.
And if you all don't know this story already, the reason we did that was because we and our board created an endowment fund at Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center in the Harding Hospital, which is the psychiatric hospital there on campus. And we knew it was really important. This is a program that's really innovative. It's really one of its kind in the country, and it provides people with mental health help either after hospitalization, when they've gotten out of the hospital, before they can get to a provider for their follow-up, or it provides somebody with help that they need urgently.
Yes.
It's like an urgent care, essentially.
Yeah. And the doctor had said today, so many of the lives already that they have helped were people that had come in for suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
So we are so grateful for this, and it was because of our support in this community that we were able to make the donation. And I know it's just something that you're in crisis. What do you do?
Yep.
If you have a heart attack, you go to the emergency room, and they'll take care of you right away. If you're having a brain attack, as we said, or some sort of mental health challenge, and you need immediate care, this is a great place to go.
But I think it's important to say, if it is emergency department stuff, then you got to go to the emergency department. If it is more like an urgent care problem, or you need some help in the interim to get you stabilized, it's a great option in Central Ohio and really even for Mansfields. But the one thing you said that I think we really want to emphasize is it's really a tribute not just to Danny and to 33 Forever, but it's really a tribute to all of you who support us and have supported us financially, because it gave us the ability to create this really important endowment down there. And as we told the folks at Ohio State when we were there, this really kind of is just the beginning in our minds about what we want to do down there, because they're doing such incredible work in the field of mental health.
And then in closing, they see about 100 scheduled patients a week, just in the hours maybe between 11 and 7, and that doesn't include the walk-ins. So they are changing lives, and I know it's something that could have benefited Danielle when she was in college.
Absolutely.
And we just look forward to it helping people. And if you need more information, you can message us. Look on our website at 33forever.life, because we do have a lot of information about that. And again, we thank you for your support, because we wouldn't be able to do it without you.
Right. And so that's our show for tonight. We appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week here on Sparking the Conversation.